Bachar Raysorn Vivachar Wongse, the estranged son of King Rama X of Thailand, returns to Bangkok. Queen Margrethe II of Denmark attends a Christmas meeting in Copenhagen. And Queen Letizia of Spain chairs a meeting in Madrid. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. In Madrid, the Royal Court of Spain released the royal family's 2023 Christmas card this afternoon. The photo was taken in the main gallery at Palacio Real de Madrid on October 31st, 2023, the day when Princess Leonor of Asturias took the juramento de la Constitución Española before the Cortes Generales. In their Christmas greeting, the royal family wished everyone a, quote, Feliz Navidad y Prospero Año Nuevo 2024. Her Majesty, Queen Letizia of Spain, as honorary president, chaired a meeting with the Board of Trustees of the Fundación FA de Juventud at the headquarters of the Caixa Bank in Madrid. The Fundación FA de Juventud is a private foundation whose purpose is to, quote, improve the well-being and quality of life of youth as protagonists of the present and architects of the future. To achieve this, the FAIA analyzes the universe of youth, monitors it, detects risks and opportunities, and anticipates trends. The foundation acts in Spain and Latin America through educational projects and training programs, awareness campaigns, and information and guidance services. The foundation also influences youth directly or indirectly through their families, their school environment, and their community. End quote. During today's meeting, the 2024 through 2026 awareness strategy was presented, which outlines the thematic and executive lines of the FAIA de Juventud campaigns for the next 3 years. The 2024 action plan was also submitted for approval, which details the challenges and activities planned for the next year. Meanwhile, His Majesty, King Felipe VI of Spain, hosted a luncheon at Palacio de la Zarzuela on the occasion of His Majesty, King Abdullah II of Jordan's working visit to Spain. On Monday, His Serene Highness, Prince Albert II of Monaco, attended the conference entitled The Israel-Hamas War in Perspective, held inside the Salle des Arts at the Monte Carlo I. The conference, organized by the Monaco Mediterranean Foundation, featured Professor Gilles Keppel, the director of the Middle East and Mediterranean program at the École Normale Supérieure, and a professor at the Paris Sciences and Letters University. Professor Keppel is, quote, one of Europe's leading experts on Islam, the Middle East, and North Africa, end quote. In the evening, the Sovereign Prince presided over the presentation of the 2023 World Athlete of the Year Awards held at the Palais Princier in Monacoville. According to a press release, quote, 6 exceptional athletes were honored as the 2023 World Athletes of the Year, showcasing their extraordinary achievements in various track and field events, end quote. In Brussels, Her Majesty, Queen Mathilde of the Belgians, visited the exhibition entitled Georgia, A History of Encounters, at the Museum of Art and History this afternoon. The exhibition is held in connection with the festival Europalia 2023. This year, the festival is dedicated to the country of Georgia. The exhibition focuses on the rich culture, history, and art of Georgia since the Neolithic period. Quote, at the crossroads of East and West traversed by trade routes linked to the Silk Roads, and always the object of the ambition of the great powers surrounding it, Georgia has been a place of encounters and exchanges from which it has drawn cultural nourishment. The result is a heritage of unparalleled richness, end quote. Georgia, A History of Encounters, will be open to the public until February 18, 2024 at the Museum of Art and History. Their Majesties, King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, welcomed the President of the Republic of Korea, Yoon Suk-yeol, and his wife, Kim Kyung-hee, to Amsterdam this morning. The President and his wife are on a 2-day state visit to the Netherlands at the invitation of the king. According to RVD, this is the, quote, first state visit to the Netherlands by a president of the Republic of Korea since the two countries established diplomatic relations in 1961. In 2014, the king and the queen paid a state visit to the Republic of Korea. End quote. The state visit began on the Dam Square in Amsterdam, where their majesties warmly welcomed the president and his wife to the Netherlands. After the national anthems were played and the inspection of the guards of honor took place, their majesties hosted a reception and a private luncheon in honor of the president and his wife at the royal palace. In the afternoon, the king and the president arrived at the ASML in Veldhoven to attend a, quote, dialogue session featuring CEOs from the high-tech industry, end quote. During the session, the discussion focused on Dutch-Korean cooperation on innovation and the development of the semiconductor microchip industry. ASML supplies technology for semiconductor manufacturing using lithography equipment, a key export product to the Republic of Korea. In the evening, their majesties hosted a glittering gala state banquet at the Royal Palace in Amsterdam in honor of the president and his wife's state visit to the kingdom. Guests attending the banquet included members of the Dutch government, the president of Korea's delegation, and distinguished guests. Keeping on the glittering gala banquet theme here, minus the tiaras, in Muscat, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq Al Said of Oman hosted a gala dinner at Al Baraka Palace on the occasion of the 2023 Sultan's Armed Forces Day. Guests attending the banquet included His Highness Saeed Thayzen bin Haytham Al Said of Oman, members of His Majesty's court, senior military officials, and members of the government. On Wednesday, the Sultan will begin 2 state visits to the Republic of Singapore and the Republic of India. In Copenhagen, Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark attended the Royal Danish Geographical Society's annual Christmas gathering and meeting at the University of Copenhagen. According to the Danish Royal Court, the Royal Danish Geographical Society aims to, quote, promote knowledge of the Earth and its inhabitants, as well as spread interest in geographical science. This year's meeting, organized in collaboration with TRAP Denmark, featured 7 short presentations and a historical introduction to the book, The Kingdom of Denmark, described in 6 editions of TRAP Denmark from 1856 to 2023. End quote. In Oslo, Their Majesties King Harald V and Queen Sonja of Norway, accompanied by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Haakon of Norway, attended the annual church parade of His Majesty the King's Guard at the Oslo Cathedral. According to the Norwegian Royal Court, the church parade is an, quote, old pre-Christmas tradition for employees and soldiers in His Majesty's King's Guard and is seen by many as the start of the Christmas celebrations, end quote. And finally, Bachar Raysorn Vivachar Wongse, the estranged second son of His Majesty King Rama X of Thailand, recently returned to Bangkok for a 2-week stay, and to annoy his father. Last August, Vok, as he is known to his friends, made headlines around the world when he returned to his homeland after being banished by his father over 30 years ago. Naturally, the Royal Court of Thailand refused to acknowledge that the king's second son, a successful lawyer living in New York City, has returned to his homeland. Why, I have no idea. Actually, I think they were scared. For the past week, Vok has visited the King Rama IX Memorial, met with monks at the Wat Pantham Wanaram Temple, where he presented offerings and prayers, dined at the famous J5 restaurant in downtown Bangkok, met with students from the Wat Sakeo School in the Ang Thong province, presented scholarships to 9 students from the Sorauke Rai Islamic School, spent time with Father Mike Shea, the founder of the Sarnelli House, a refuge for abandoned and abused children living with HIV, and even bought his first Thai lotto ticket. As for his dad, the king, the father of the century, well, he's nowhere to be found. I think he's still on vacation. Again, somewhere in Phuket. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday, December 13th, with all the latest world news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful afternoon and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, again, have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.